Hello, my name is Addie Bench, and I attended a dialogue on Tuesday, October 23rd from 7 to 9 p.m., and this was the disability session. Um, this session talked a lot about how disabilities identify people and how people view those with disabilities. When we first met, we sat in a group in a circle, and he asked us just for our opinion on disabilities, and then he went up to the whiteboard and wrote down what our thoughts were. The first word things that came to mind when we thought of a person with a disability. So we just spit out like sympathy, um, restrictions, like anything that we could think of that made us think about a disability person. And he wrote it down, and then we talked about it for a little bit, and then we watched this film of a boy who was in one of those wheelchairs that are reclined, and he couldn't do anything. I think it was something to do with his spine was his problem, but basically he just had no functions. His mom had to take care of him forever since he was little, and he got progressively worse. He started out as a toddler, and then you could see him as he aged because of the pictures that his disease or disability just progressed, and so that he was in that chair. But he had this machine to the side of him where he'd use his fingertips and type what he was thinking, and then it would automate a voice so that he could express it to everybody else. But he was an interesting kid. He liked to have his fingernails painted. He really liked a dark room and very sad and dreary stuff. But he got tired of his mom, so he put a Craigslist up. And sent a request for a girlfriend, and this one girl answered it, and he used such incredible grammar that she was impressed with it, and so she replied to it and started taking care of him. I think there was one other person before that started taking care of him, but this girl actually became his girlfriend. And I mean, it just kind of talked about their relationship, and a lot of people looked down on her because she was with someone who was severely handicapped, and they thought it was a little messed up, what was she doing? And she was just had something special about her, a very special heart that it didn't bother her. And I think, I'm not really sure when he died. It kind of ended quickly, but I mean, they were together for a good bit, and at least it brought them both some happiness. Let's see. So I feel that our group really was able to express their feelings, and everyone was able to put their own opinions out there on the board. There was one girl that was slightly obnoxious, and she always had something to say. She was probably the main contribute. Everyone tried to contribute, but she just had something about her that was very negative. So a few times I think the instructors felt very uncomfortable with what she said. So did everyone else, and it wasn't very beneficial to the group as a whole. But yes, I do think we did achieve a true dialogue. The dynamics were pretty good, I'd say. She was probably the thing that made everyone a little bit ticked off, because it was hard to go in the first place, and when someone's being very pessimistic and everything they say just tends to give a negative vibe, I think that it makes a big difference. But she had a sister actually that she shared about that had a disability, so maybe that played into some of her thoughts. Maybe her opinion was shaped by that. But there were definitely more reserved people in our group, some that didn't really say anything at all, which was totally okay. I contributed often. I spoke when I thought I had something good to contribute, but if I didn't have anything good at all, then I would keep silent. But I think that this dialogue is a component of Library 100 because there's so many different topics and it's so broad, and it's really like easy to forget about these things, and this really helps them bring to surface important topics that you're going to come to face with here at Clemson or any college. So I really think it is important to have a dialogue and to be able to talk about things with a group of people that you've never met before, and it's a little uncomfortable, but you're able to discuss and bring out a whole different like variety of opinions. um, I do think it is a useful tool because freshmen do need to see like peer pressure, all of those different topics, disabilities. They need to like be respectful of all those issues and yet handle it in a mature way. And that is all I have to say. Thank you. Bye.